What's going on? Hope you guys enjoyed the last topic. Comment in the section below what you thought of that topic, and I'll be happy to read it for you guys. But let's get into our next topic, and it's to do with airport traveling and getting stopped and all that business. Now, there was a gentleman, and he basically didn't want to pay the excess luggage fee. Whether he could afford it or not, I'm not 100% sure. But he did end up going into the airport with 10 shirts and 8 pants on. So, so you can imagine what he looked like when he's at the airport with like so much trousers and so much tops on. You're probably thinking there like, this is awkward. So he ended up getting arrested. He did also film it. See, if you watch my news segment, you would have seen those clips. I can potentially play it again if you want. If I cut it here, I'll play it again. But yeah, what do you guys think? Well, what do you guys think? What do we think of it? Not really you guys. It's what we think. I remember we were talking about it earlier about potentially how he could have gone out. Maybe he could have been aggressive on camera, or he could have, just filmed the bits he wants people to see, because you never know. But I mean, if you saw a man rolling through the airport with 8 shirts on and 8 jeans on, what are you gonna think?
Do you want a Hollywood answer or the real answer?
I want the answer that you want to say. Like, what's a Hollywood answer?
I'll give both. So the Hollywood answer is, we live in a free world. Everyone's entitled to be whatever the hell they want to do. Yeah. Let him do his thing. I do feel like the Hollywood answer is in part truth to who I am as a person as well. Yeah. But I'd be slightly worried,
Like, I'll be wanting to figure out, why is my dad wearing so much?
I'll be slightly worried, bro. Yeah. I'll be worried. I'll be worried. Like, fair enough. Yeah, you're trying to save a bit of money, but I'll be thinking, what's this guy trying to hide there? Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's the plane.
Yeah,
it's bad enough. I'm scared of heights. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
and then you just see a guy rolling. Yeah, he would have to sit like that for the whole journey. It's weird because
I think getting arrested for that is a bit excessive, though.
Do you think that they would have thought it was a terrorist attack? Because to be arrested without a stop and search is really extreme. I think because you would think if you're gonna arrest someone without taking them to just get a quick search, then they're seeing a huge threat.
I see what you're saying, but I don't think they arrested him because they thought he was a terrorist. Because if they thought he was a terrorist, I mean, it's simple. Like, do you know what I mean? You take them, like, people get stopped and searched in the airport all the time. You take them to the
get stopped and searched, you got arrested.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you don't get arrested because they think you're a terrorist. What they'll do is they'll detain you, investigate you further. I'm sure that's how it works. I mean, I don't work in an airport.
But it's Iceland policies as well, so I don't even know how it goes.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? But it's it was Iceland who got arrested.
So he couldn't get home.
Oh, so what? It was when he was coming back.
Yeah.
That they.
So what I think happened was he clearly must have bought clothes too much, clearly.
Yeah.
And didn't want to pay for a luggage fee. Potentially, probably didn't even have a bag anyways. Yeah. So he was like, I'm gonna put this stuff on and go home this way.
True.
And it just didn't work out that way. He got arrested, couldn't then fly. Then had to wait for the next day.
I think he should do his research better next time, man. Seriously, you can't. He got caught lacking.
He should have bought a bag, but he could have been broke.
Yeah, the thing. Yeah, he could have been broke, but I'm sure if he explained it quite well to whoever he was whoever he came in contact with initially. Yeah. Obviously, some people are reasonable, but I would like to believe that most people are reasonable. And you'd be like, unfortunately, these are my clothing. I lost my bag, or my bag was damaged, whatever. So I have no place to do it. What they can probably say is, I'm sorry, we can't let you on the flight because A, B, C, D, or you need to, pay for extra or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Something along that line. But worst case scenario, I don't think they should be able to say, oh, you're not going to get on your flight or get arrested because you have excessive clothing on you. It doesn't make sense to me. So, I feel like, as you were saying, he definitely recorded the part. And maybe it's not the case, but I feel like it could have been an issue where it's out of context, so we don't know the full story. Yeah, so if you don't know the full story, I don't think Iceland police or whatever is so reasonable to say that, oh, look at this guy, he has so much clothing on him, let's arrest him. That's dumb. Like, who does that?
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot more to the story, and until we know the full story, I can't exactly say why he got arrested. But getting arrested for that, he got lacking, man. Seriously, waste of time, money, everything, like. Seriously, if you think to me that's dumb, innit? I'm sorry.
I would have just brought that. Even if I was broke, I'll call my mum for a quick £10. Not even that. I'm sure at the airport, if you don't have a bag, plastic bag it up, bro.
Yeah, because you can do that, right?
And you can just
It's not against the law, is it?
Nah.
Yeah.
You can just go into like, there's shops.
Don't be a
get
Smith,
a plastic
buy
bag.
a book, be like, I need a big bag.
Yeah. I'm sure you can even just get it for free. It's not England where you're paying 5p.
True,
you can just go, can I just get a couple of plastic bags? You can just take it off, put them in, and have it as hand luggage. Like, and even if you couldn't take that in, I'm sure.
But you showed me that video, and you, the second one that you showed me. At the end, what did he say? Is it because of the way I look? Did he say is it because of the way he looks, or because he's black, or what?
Well, that's what he was.
I don't know. What was he?
He was interpreting that it might be because he's mixed race.
Okay.
So he was interpreting it might be because of his skin color. Now, is it racism?
So do you think if a white person was wearing,
I think it'll still be the same thing. I just think it's weird.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Weird. Like, I don't think
it's weird, but I don't think it's illegal at the same time.
I mean, no one can tell you how to dress.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe that's his choice.
But
it's in Iceland. It's a cold. It's a cold country. It's a cold country, so
it's true.
Maybe he's thinking, yo, man needs to stack up. You get?
But you know, airport and security, and it's really strong now, especially with the terrorism and all of this. And you got to remember, the UK last year, in terms of terrorism attack, hasn't had a very good year.
True.
So imagine he's coming from England and then leaving with like 8 top. They're gonna be sitting there like, nah, this is awkward. Like, what is he doing? It's the same. Even if an Asian man did it, or even if a white, I don't think colours come into the equation. I think people judge you based on your appearance.
To be fair, right? Why don't we actually? There's only one way to find out.
To go to the airport.
If any of your followers has scheduled a trip to Iceland or whatever, and they're willing to, I think you should put it to them to.
Hey, I would say any country.
Yeah, any place, especially Iceland though, because it happened in Iceland. So we want to have a fair comparison. You can find out if you're black, if you're white, if you're Asian, whatever you are. You can try that, but personally, I think the whole scope of the conversation, I don't think it revolves around getting arrested because he was wearing that. I think there's a lot more to it.
So you think it was racism?
I don't know. I don't know if it's racism, but I feel like because it's out of context. Like, I've only seen a small part of the story. Yeah. I don't know what was said before. I don't know what was said
because he didn't film
exactly. So there's no way we can find out.
So you know when you saw the video clip when they were like, "Should we arrest you?" and he was like, "Arrest me." Did you think that was aggressive?
Of course, that's dumb. Why would you tell them to arrest you, especially when you don't want to get arrested? Like, seriously.
So do you think he could have been aggressive in his approach? Because I'm trying to figure out. You get stopped.
Yeah.
How do you end up arrested? Because
you end up
they could have just
getting arrested because you're an idiot. Sorry, but
yeah, because I think to myself, there's been times where there was one time I was in Kingston.
Kingston.
Yeah, Kingston shopping centre. We were
Kingston, Jamaica.
No. Okay, cool. We were stopped because there was suspicion that we had a knife. Apparently, there was 2 people. It matched our description. We got strip searched in Kingston, so they came in. We came outside the shop, 8 bully vans, and we just walked out. We just like, ah! And they just arrested us. Quick time, strip search. We went. Now imagine
on the spot.
No, they took her to the back of the van.
Okay, cool, yeah.
But now imagine we didn't cooperate.
You would have been arrested.
We would have been taken to the station.
Yeah.
And then I would have been in cell. No, a cell first. Seen the next day. Sent home. Come back to find out if they're going to take it further or not. But the fact that we cooperated, had it in 10 minutes, it was in and out of that van. We just had to take off our trousers, take off our jacket, let them do what they want to do. They kept it moving. Wrong guys, we will go.
No, that's such a strong point actually, because remember I was saying it earlier as well, that it's quite important that regardless, I feel like there's a lot of people who are out there who say, oh, like you don't suck up to the feds and all of that, and it all sounds good. It's a beautiful soundbite. It sounds good in the air, but trust me, in reality, it's not like that. Reason why it's not like that in reality is because you have to understand that the entire country has given these people the mandate to ensure that there's law and order.
Yeah, I think
so they have the power.
Yeah, 100%.
They have the power. Don't forget, feds have the power. Whether you like it, whether you don't like it, they have the power. Yeah. Okay? They have the power to do what they think is right to stop any crime from happening. Yeah, 100%. So if a Fed approaches you and you know you want to give attitude or whatever, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I was a Fed and I feel like, yo, this guy's trying to belittle me, I'm telling you, they're humans just like I am. And even yourself, like a lot of people, when you work in retail, like you have to think about it this way. A lot of people have worked in retail before. And when you've worked in retail, you have a customer who comes in and they try and, you know, give you a bit of attitude. What do? You find your own little way to rebel. Yes, you know you're supposed to stay professional, but you find your own little way to get that person back. How much more fit? Do you get what I'm trying to say? 100%. So that's something that a lot of people need to like. Yo, we need to start being smart, and being smart. That's not necessarily like. Yeah, I'm not saying bow down to the Fed and like you know, just I don't want to use that word, but you know what I mean. Yeah. But I'm not trying to say do that. But you need to know there's a time for everything. Like on initial interaction, you can't be like, yo, why are you trying to? Nah, find out what it is. Obviously, you need to know your rights as well. You can decide not to talk to them. That's totally within your jurisdiction as well. But you need to understand that your tone, whether passive aggression, whether aggression, whatever, you need to bear in mind that you're dealing with another human being who has power. Probably more so than you do. Who has power to detain you if they choose to? And they can manufacture a charge on the spot. Yeah, cool. Do you know what I mean? They can manufacture a charge on the spot. So that's something that I feel like a lot more people need to understand. And that will stop a lot more people getting arrested unnecessarily.
I also think the problem is when they actually haven't done anything wrong, what are you retaliating for? Like I'll see.
I suppose there's instances where obviously there's some bad feds out there who like to abuse their power, and
100%.
I've been in situations like that as well. As a lot of my friends. However, when that situation has come up, there's a way that you can speak to people, and it's like I remember. I think it was one of my friends. What happened? I think we got stopped in his car, and then when he got stopped, what happened? I think the guy was coming on all aggressive and everything, and he was like, sorry sir, you can stop swearing, and because the guy was swearing, saying all this stuff, and I was like, I'm sorry sir, you can stop swearing, we can find out exactly what you want to establish once that's done, and then we can decide whether we're going to escalate this situation or not. 100%. And the way he spoke to them was very professional, it was very intellectual, and the what happened was the guy actually fell back, because he realized that he wasn't talking to an idiot. Because the thing is that if he's coming with power, and you're coming with power, and you're going to face him, you're going to crash, because he has the entire power and mandate of the nation behind him, supporting him. So he can later on twist around, go to a court of law, say to the judge that this guy was verbally abusive to me, even though he might have started it first. So it's one of those things where I feel like, from my little experience dealing with the police, not that I've had a lot, by the way, you need to understand that yes, you have power. Yes, don't lick their ass. But don't put yourself in a situation where you're gonna come off worse. 100%. Do you know what I mean? Like, if it doesn't need to be escalated, make sure you don't get to that. Especially if you don't want to get arrested. If you want to get arrested, that's fine. You can say whatever the hell you want to say. But I feel like being sensible is much more reasonable than being a rebel for no cause. 100%. If that makes sense. I agree with that. Yeah. So I feel like, especially with this particular topic as well, I don't know the entire context of it, but I absolutely 100% refuse to believe that he got arrested because he was wearing excessive clothing. End of case. If anything at all, I was actually even thinking that maybe it was the airline who said, oh, this guy is looking red and he's going to make our other passengers feel uncomfortable. So because of that, we might want him to take off something just to compromise, to make our, to keep the peace.
But it did also look like he wasn't willing to take it off though, because he literally kept saying that they're going to arrest me because of what I'm wearing.
So that means he had made up his mind.
He probably had the choice of taking it off.
I feel like if he was looking for attention, he's definitely getting it now.
Well, he got it. He's a news outlet. His Instagram's probably popping.
Do you know what I mean? So,
and he's a model. So.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, good for business.
If I look, couple brands. Because now you're gonna go check his Instagram or go check his Twitter. Because I found the videos on his Twitter. I have to search him up to find those videos.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So
bare likes and retweets, isn't it?
Yeah, bare likes and retweets. So now people are gonna know who he is. Find out he's a model. He does the, and you know he can just go, listen, man, I got like 10K followers now. What you saying, man? Put me on his little brand deal.
Do you know what I mean?
Could have been all promotion.
Yeah, it could be. It could, if it's an seeking for attention, it's definitely got in it. In abundance as well.
100%.
So in that regard and in that context, I feel like people, man, just don't put yourself in situations that's just gonna be stress, man. Seriously,
Facts.
like don't. You're getting face a comment to you like, "Hello, sir, what are you doing?" And like, "What, am I a dickhead? Come on." Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna give him energy to want to find out more about you.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? It's gonna, who is this guy? Why is he so? Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes just a simple, what do you want? How can I help you? It can change the mood, you know. That's from my experience, isn't it? So that's just my little 2p on that. Actually, that's my 2p on that.
That's interesting. So I guess we're at the topic here. If you guys think that he was arrested just for wearing the clothing, let us know. Or do you think there's a whole backstory to it that weren't put out in the papers? I probably believe there was a backstory to it. But if you guys do have any theories what it could be, let us know in the comment section below. Whether you think he was too aggressive, or maybe he just didn't want to take the clothes off, or maybe the airport put out a threat on him. So we never know, and he's not going to come out and say that because he's looking good on the internet and people are loving him up. So he's never going to tell us that. So yeah, if you want to find Kobby on social media, you can tell them again if you want.
So that's 1ET, so that's 1NE_ET. Just search that across all platforms and you should be able to find me there.
And also, if they are performers and stuff like that, should they get in contact with you as well?
Yeah, definitely. Get in touch, man. Get in touch. We've got a lot of things scheduled for this year. First one's happening on 25th of February, happening at the 229 venue. It's called the One Show, #OneKahuna. So that's Kahuna, Kahuna. And it's going to be a live comedy show. We've got some of the best comedians in town that are going to be there. I've got Naz Osmanoglu. He's been on shows like Russell Howard, you name it, been on TV, BBC, all of that. I've got Vic Daniels, one of the best upcoming stand-up comedians around in town right now. I've got Abs the Truth, Bristol's finest stand-up comedian at the moment. And I've also got the great Ori Styler coming through as well. And last but definitely not the least, I've also got man like Joe Dave, all the way from Nottingham. You guys need to watch out for this guy, man. He's next thing in music, R&B in the UK. You need to watch out for him. He's gonna do great things. And also Tariq Disu, Tony Heath's finest. He's done productions for House of Pharaohs, you name it, all different types. They're all performing on the night. Also Jerusha as well, one of the greatest vocalists around. So you guys keep yeah, it's coming, isn't it?
The lineup's lit.
It's coming. It's coming. It's real. It's coming.
Yeah, I put give me the flyer and I'll put it at the end of the video. Okay, and in the link in the description below, I'll put all the details for the event. So just send me that and I'll put it down. And there's tickets available now.
Yeah, tickets will be available on Sunday.
Yeah,
tickets will be available on Sunday.
This video will be out when the tickets are out there. So send me the link for it and I'll... So the link will be in the description below right now anyways, because by the time this video comes out it will be next week. So yeah, the tickets will be available and come enjoy it, have a good time.
Yeah man, definitely. Look forward to seeing you all there, man. It'll be a great night. The venue, I don't want to say too much, but alright, cool.
So don't forget ladies, man, if you want to highlight Twitter,
come on man,
come pay for a ticket, bro. Alright, peace.
You're funny, man. You're putting me on the spotlight.